What's going on right now that most people have no idea about? The greater one-horned rhino population in India and Nepal is growing, as highlighted in the State of the Rhino Report 2023 by the International Rhino Foundation. The collaboration among India, Bhutan, and Nepal, along with strict government protection and management, has led to an increase in their population over the past decade. The greater one-horned rhino population, which once numbered as low as 100 in the early 1900s, has increased to more than 4,014 now. Finally, some good fucking news in this thread that isn't about someone's bowel movements. They're breeding the rhinos to use in war to eliminate the existential threat of Tibet once and for all. The Ocean Cleanup Initiative has a new system to clean up an area the size of a football field every 5 seconds. The previous one extracted 282,787 kilograms of trash from the Pacific Ocean so far. They're also working on interceptors for rivers that have collected over 840 tons of trash and counting. There's a long way to go, but they have lots of support and they're making amazing progress. Okay, now back to the bad news. Thanks so much for sharing this growing heart. How do you find positive news? r/uplifting news. That sub is honestly not as great as I thought it would be. I ended up unsubbing because nearly every single post is met with comments from people explaining why said post isn't actually uplifting at all, or if it is uplifting, it's not a big deal or not good enough or not worth celebrating. In short, the commenters of r/uplifting news are somehow some of most miserable, cynical, and pessimistic people on this entire platform, and that is saying a lot. Maybe it has changed since I left, and I hope that's the case. But the experience overall left a bad taste in my mouth. It makes sense. People who go out and specifically search for happy news must be feeling sad in the first place. I get the same vibe from all those peppy/happy motivational posters and signs that people hang up in their homes and workplaces. If you need to hang up a sign that says be happy, then you must be generally quite miserable. There's always cool stuff happening in the science community that doesn't make it to the news but really should. Check out thegoodnewsnetwork.org to see some neat things. Here are a few highlights. A new stem cell injection that halts the progression of multiple sclerosis is in clinical trials. The California redwoods weathered the wildfires better than scientists expected and are recovering very well. The FDA approved a treatment that cures sickle cell disease. A complete Stegosaurus fossil with skin still intact has been unearthed. NASA has developed technology for sending data transmissions much further than radio frequencies and recently sent their first transmission 10 million miles away. Scientists are going to start experimenting with lab-grown cooking oils, which could help curb a lot of the environmental damage caused by mass soy, corn, and palm oil farming. Scientists have created natural sponges that can soak up nanoplastics. The CRISPR-Cas9-based treatment for sickle cell anemia also works on beta thalassemia since both are due to defects in hemoglobin. The treatment causes fetal hemoglobin to be expressed again, which is unaffected by the diseases and hopefully alleviates symptoms to where patients do not need any treatments anymore. So exciting to see CRISPR-Cas9-based treatments coming to the clinic. We're in the middle of a great extinction event, meaning species are going extinct at a rate of up to 10,000 times the normal rate. We're actually making the Earth into a monoculture, which means across the Earth we're planting many of the same crops across vast areas such as the US Midwest and transforming the ecosystem into a place where generalists such as coyotes and deer thrive and specialists at certain ecosystems die off. We've currently transformed 40% of the Earth's landmass into crops and farms. Edit. About 2/3 of the farmland I had stated was farmland was actually pastureland, but I wasn't trying to be misleading, it's still part of the monoculture. The US prairie is virtually non-existent, and it was the home of I think like 500 grass species. It's oftentimes the species you don't think about or didn't know existed that go extinct. Isn't it amazing that dinosaurs roamed the Earth for millions of years and it took an asteroid to kill them off? We've had the Earth for a few thousand years and we already caused the next great extinction. Wild. Your child's classroom is being completely overrun by 1 or 2 problem children and your child is hurting because of it. 100% can verify this and will add that there are several factors at play. COVID-related behaviors, parents used unlimited screens to babysit their kids, and the resulting social development stunting added to 2 years of no school routine. School districts fearful of lawsuits, afraid to stand up to sue happy high-income helicopter parents, and or afraid to be the latest news story and disproportionately suspend and expel poor kids or kids of color. The biggest one, and one you can help with, class sizes have increased at least 30% over the last 20 years. So all the normal interventions you could use with problem children are ineffective because there's too many kids in the room, not enough time to spend with each individual kid. You can help this by A. Supporting your local teachers when they bargain/strike because class size is a contract negotiated issue. B. Call your school board and ask what they are doing about using funds to reduce class sizes. C. Support and vote for local legislators who actually know something about education and not the business people who run for school boards and think they know more than teachers because they make more money. How about the total commercialization of the internet? It started as a wild west of entertainment, news, information. Now there are daily propaganda and agendas that get consumed en masse. There are entire swathes of commercialized psychologists finding how to squeeze profit from you on almost every single app, game, streaming service, you name it. There are advanced AI being used by Core to lock you in cages of your own design. So comfortable and cozy that you'd be crazy to disconnect or complain. But why would you want to know that you were just a slave to forces beyond comprehension as long as you are here and a slave your own compulsions? That morality has long fallen by the wayside. We don't even see things like gore, porn, racism as particularly degenerative anymore. We just consume.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, remember to like and subscribe. Have a great day.